So whenever you are dealing with the sockets with your client side, for example, if you are using your socket IO with React, so mostly people write code like this that I have written in the screen. They will create one socket connection by writing like this, and further they will do socket.on or socket.emit. But you'll be asking, Krish, what is the issue by writing like this? So the issue is, for example, this is a my component and I am creating one connection of socket by writing like this. The issue that will happen that this component will be having one socket client ID because I have connected with the socket. For example, I have to use the socket in my different component. Then I will be writing same thing. So that component will be having its own socket client ID. So throughout your application, wherever you are writing like this, all the components will be having different client IDs. So that will be creating big issue when you are when you have to be sync with all your components with the same client ID. So to overcome this issue, what you can do, you can create one socket provider. So what provider will do, it will provide whole application the same socket client ID. So to creating the socket provider, you will create one socket context and one create one function use socket that will be returning the socket context, and create one socket provider exporting one socket provider, and in that socket provider you will be connecting with your socket backend, and you will you will be wrapping the socket context provider, and the value will be the socket. And what you will do, you will put your children inside that. It will be of type React. How you will wrap your application by this socket provider? So initially your main.txl tsx will look like this, and you can wrap by your socket provider your whole application like this. So you can use the same socket inside that your application, right? So how you can use the socket, let's see. For example, this is my component and you have to use the socket. So we'll be writing const socket equal to use socket. So use socket function was returning the context of the socket. So wherever you are writing this line, so your component will have the same client IDs with the other component. So it would be beneficial also, and like this is the better quality code you can say. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.